district.
Okay, thank you. And we'll do Rosanna on 9B. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and City Council. Melissa Tigbow, Public Works Director, and I have here Landscape Maintenance Manager Jason Lacey. Tonight, this is holding a public hearing to adopt a resolution for the engineer's report and ordering the levy and collection of assessments on the properties that were stated by the city clerk.
Okay, we'll open the public hearing. Do we have any speakers on 9A?
Yes, Mayor, we do have one speaker.
Okay, let's call that person, please.
Joseph H., come on up.
Good evening. I'm Joseph Hayden, and I'm here as president of the Glen Cove Community Association, which is made up of volunteer residents. We represent 3,000 households, and we are not an HOA. These households pay nearly $1 million annually for the work of a landscape contractor in our LMD district. That amount includes the payment to the city for staff supervision of that contractor by an LMD inspector. This is not paid out of the general fund. That means that the city pays this one landscaping contractor $30,000 a month, yet months can go by with no work done in Glen Cove. Even though we've had at least one board member of our association keeping in touch with the City of Vallejo's LMD division for decades, about a year ago, our association set up a formal LMD committee that meets with an established monthly cadence. The meetings are courteous, cordial, and friendly, but very little is accomplished due to these discussions. When our committee points out an area in need of work, a request may be ignored, or it takes months for the issue to be resolved. Needless to say, we are very dissatisfied with the landscape maintenance and frustrated with the lack of progress in the common areas of our community. We have no idea when the contractor will accomplish the needed landscaping work, and we have a long list of items I could rattle off as examples of simple things that we've been waiting to have accomplished since the middle of last year, including some that add to the potential threat of fires. At one point, our association asked the LMD inspector and his supervisor, the LMD manager, why there was no landscaping work being done in certain months. The city employee said that the contractor could not find staff to hire to do the work. We remarked, that must be saving money then, since the contractor was not performing, right? Nope. To our shock, the employee told us that the contractor is paid anyway, every month, even when they do not do work. We were incredulous, gobsmacked. We sought to confirm, and we were told, quote, yes, the contractor is paid regardless. We then asked whether the city inspected the contractor's work to make sure that they were meeting performance standards per the contract. And our LMD inspector told us that he did not have time to monitor the contractor's work as he was far too busy. The job title for this employee is, wait for it, landscape inspector. We are looking for accountability, such as having visibility on what each month's work order should be. We are told that since we raised this absurdity, the LMD division has withheld some contractor payments. We have no visibility of that account. We'd like to know what happens when funds are withheld. Does the contractor get $60,000 for, am I out of time? Okay.
Have you made your points? I'll give you another 60 seconds if you need it.
Sure. We'd like to know what happens with the money the next month. Do they get $60,000 for catching up, per se? If not, where does the money go? Right now, the system is protecting the contractor and not the payors. Our association is asking that the City Council mandate that there be a formal written protocol ensuring contractor accountability is delineated going forward for enforcement. We'd like a detailed written proposed work plans in a punch list on a monthly basis and long-term plans yearly, excuse me, together with the budget and balance at the end of each fiscal year. These could be provided to our committee so we can confirm that the city is overseeing the work and only paying the contractor when the expected level of work is accomplished. We're willing to assist the City of Vallejo in returning the operation to LMD to fully functional status. This has worked in the past, so we just like to get back to that place. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Tigbow, could you address some of those concerns, and also going forward, perhaps have somebody from your department act as a liaison with the landscape maintenance district, particularly this one, so that there's not this disconnect on communication? But he raised a number of concerns. Maybe you could address those.